this is the very first page of our public outreach website that we have been working on with our new platform software. So this is what the screen would look like after you clicked on the link that you would receive either from being on the AUD email list or seeing it being open on Nextdoor or hearing about it from the AIA. We're going to push out the opening of the website to as many groups as we possibly can to get as much input as we want through this. So the very first section of the website after the banner of Santa Barbara, you have over here where you will register to participate in all of the various tools that we have available on the website. And then there's some frequently asked questions as why you need to register. And basically, we want everyone to register so we have accountability with comments and more of an interaction where people are not allowed to be anonymous in what they're posting. And also it allows us to get some key demographics from the people who are actively using the website. So at registration, we ask a couple of questions like, do you rent or own your home currently? Are you a resident of Santa Barbara or outside of the Santa Barbara city limits? What demographics they identify with, which you don't have to answer, but we're hoping most people do, so then we can track if we have a good representation of our community towards the end of this outreach process. And so you kind of just dive right into the questions that we are asking and the education pieces that we have been putting together. So I'll show you first the map that we put together from the data that you have all seen from those FARs by building types across the city. And just click here. All right, so sorry, this is the first part. We'll learn about floor to lot area ratios. And so then that will take you to a description floor lot area ratios. And this is similar to what you have all seen before in the staff reports that we have presented to City Council to get this direction. And it also has been made more accessible than our current staff reports as far as kind of stripping out planaries, language, and making it more understandable to the general public. So this is just one of the first background information pieces of our website. And then the map that I was talking about is here. So this is a map that we put together that shows where those projects are on the Santa Barbara map and allows the user to go to the projects, those buildings that we pulled together from you and from other people who are looking at what FAR examples are good in our community as far as building size. And so you'll be able to click on a parcel that is outlined with the yellow and the red and be able to see that this is a picture of that building at 1330 Chapala. And this is the FAR associated with it. So as a community member, we're hoping that this helps educate people on what is currently on the ground now. So this is still in process. Everything doesn't have photos yet, but we're working on it this week to make sure all of the plots that are outlined have associated photos and information. So what we hope to do is take these SketchUp models and have this video that runs with verbal explanations over it and really shows the community. That's what the FAR of 5 looks like. So this is our mapping exercise. And hopefully it works for me because I've been doing a lot of work on it this morning. So what you see here are the neighborhoods in Santa Barbara that allow multi-unit housing. So we've stripped out neighborhoods that don't allow the multi-unit housing to really focus the attention of this exercise on multi-unit housing. And what you get on the side here is your instructions for using the tool. So first we start out with really simple things like this is where the plus and minus to move the screen wide or zoom in. And then you click the plus sign to add personal pins to the map. So I'll show you that, and that's where you actually get to comment on certain things. And so you click the map where you think the housing building type fits in Santa Barbara. So we're focusing on the building size and not the architectural style. And so our first instructions are, this is kind of the what would be a medium density project currently under the AUD program at, and sorry, that should be 0.5, at 0.5, and it says add a blue pin where you think these are appropriate. So then you would go to the add here, and it says 0.05, and so you take this pin and you say, well, you know, I see those kind of projects should be around here. And you could also say, and I like this image of something that's there. I don't have any images loaded up here, but you could upload a picture that you took there, like you were talking about, Gabe. And I'm not going to submit this because it takes a while to delete old pins, but you'll go down the list and add all of these. So you go back to the information and you look, okay, this is a type 1 house, we have 1.5, and so these all correspond to their actual FARs without using the verbiage of FAR, trying to keep it simple for our general public. Review and comment on the draft building size map. So this is the map we're all used to seeing at this point in time. And so the instructions are to use the pins to show any comments on map boundaries, red for suggested changes, and blue for a boundary agreement. So the building size by neighborhood survey asks you to review the below pictures of various building sizes and choose which neighborhoods that allow multi-unit housing for those pictures. So the neighborhood names themselves, don't get stuck on that because we're still working on what to use for the neighborhoods exactly. But you'll see this with the first question, we have some single family houses around Santa Barbara. So what neighborhood is this housing size appropriate? Focusing on building size, not architectural style. So then they have the option of saying, you know, I think that this kind of house is appropriate in these 5 different neighborhoods across Santa Barbara. And then the next questions in the survey mimic that with the building sizes increasing in FAR. So you'll see we use this picture somewhere else already today. Continuing to increase in building size until you get to more projects that are near the downtown, until we get to the bigger ones. And so ending with what we have currently at 3-ish FAR in town.